Morning, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Tuesday morning, dealing with some scattered light rain as we start our Tuesday. Again, kind of as expected. You check out the satellite radar picture. Seeing, widely scattered showers across portions of eastern Nebraska, or the eastern half of the state. This is the radar loop over the course of the last 18 hours, so we can actually go back to yesterday afternoon, and we can see we started to see some of those showers begin to develop into the evening hours, hit and miss, very light. Overnight, again, we saw some scattered activity, and then I've seen it pick up a little bit through the morning hours, and now, again, currently have some of those widely scattered showers across the eastern half of the state. A lot of it right now up in the northeastern Nebraska. And again, as expected, though, not a ton of moisture with these showers. If you look at the, again, actual observed precipitation amounts, it's all generally around 1/10 of an inch or so. Norfolk has the highest total. They're at 1,800. Officially at the Lincoln Airport, we don't have anything measurable. It's 900ths in Grand Island, 600ths in Hastings, 1400ths in Kearney. If you look at the Tempest stations across the Lincoln Metro, again, there's a couple, again, including here at the 1011 studios, that have picked up 1/100th of an inch or two. Again, so not a lot of moisture, but again, just some light drizzle, some mist, with some gray conditions, and I think that's kind of what we're going to see, especially through the morning hours. But then even into later this afternoon, it's going to be kind of cool, cloudy. Again, maybe some scattered light rain into the afternoon. Most of it, I think, is going to come through the morning. But either way, kind of a gray day, seasonal temperatures. But again, kind of one of those typical fall days that we see. But I feel like these days really make those colors pop with the foliage, which again we're starting to see a little bit more color again here in town. But then as we head into tomorrow, Thursday, warmer temperatures returning with those above average temperatures expected for both Wednesday and for the day on Thursday. Again, it will be rather warm for us. Before then, another cold front heads our way as we head into Thursday. That'll bring us another chance for some rain, maybe some isolated thunderstorms, some severe weather for some parts of the country. Again, areas off to our south and to our east with that cold front. And then that will set the stage for a cooler but still fairly seasonal weekend for us on Saturday and Sunday. So again, numbers from yesterday, again, pretty close to where we should be for this time of year, especially in terms of our high. 68 right at normal. The low yesterday morning, again, 49 was a few degrees above average. Excuse me. We did have lows, though, yesterday morning, especially in parts of the Panhandle that were down into the 20s. So, again, chilly morning in some parts of the state. Here in Lincoln, it was fairly mild. And, again, you'll notice for the month, we're above average with a $133 of rainfall that came early this month, but still about 2 3/4 of an inch below normal. And, again, I mentioned it yesterday, but now technically 1/10 of an inch below normal for our snowfall. Low temperatures this morning, much warmer, especially in the western third of the state. It's mid-40s to mid-50s for lows early this morning. Falls City only dropping down to 60 degrees. Low temperatures on the Tempest stations here in the Lincoln Metro, generally in the lower to middle 50s. Currently, if you look at sky views from across the state, a lot of cloud cover, again, some scattered light rain, areas of patchy fog and mist, drizzle. Again, so kind of cloudy, gray, again, scattered light rain out there here in the capital city. Again, temperature-wise, again, just a few minutes past 9 o'clock in the middle 50s. Again, visibility right now at the airport being reported at 8 miles with an east-northeast wind at around 7 miles an hour. Visibility across the state, again, you can see where some of the rain is maybe a little bit heavier. There in the northeastern corner of the state, visibility a little bit lower, down to 1.5 miles in Albion, 2 miles in Norfolk, 5 miles in Wayne. And again, some poor visibility stretching back into southwestern Nebraska as well, down to 1 3/4 miles in Lexington, 4 miles in McCook. So again, some spotty visibility issues across the state to go along with the cloudy skies, the gray conditions in those areas of rain. Temperatures now, again, generally sitting in the mid-50s on the Tempest stations here in Lincoln. Across the state, it's mid-40s to mid-50s for most, upper 50s to right around 60 in the far southeastern corner of the state. Not too much of a concern in terms of any feels-like temperatures. 39 in Valentine, 40 in Alliance, as well as Scotts Bluff. Winds generally out of the east at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. And again, when we have that easterly wind, that a lot of times will promote Again, maybe some areas of fog, drizzle, mist, things like that, a little upsloping wind. And again, that is the case this morning. Dew points are a little low. Again, so that's why we're not seeing necessarily widespread fog or anything like that across the state. But again, areas of thick cloud cover, again, the scattered light rain producing some of those visibility issues. So again, you look at the satellite radar picture here in southeastern Nebraska, areas of scattered light rain continue to drift to the north and east through the area. So again, here in Lincoln, we've already seen some very light rain, patchy drizzle early this morning. Looks like maybe a little band of some heavier light rain, again, going to push through the area here over the course of the next half an hour to an hour. But again, it'll be scattered, it'll be off and on, and overall it should be fairly light, whatever activity does move through. You zoom out, look at a statewide view. Again, the heaviest activity currently centered across the northeastern corner of the state. Again, but scattered light rain across a good chunk of the state early this morning. If you look at the visible satellite imagery, again, you can see a lot of cloud cover. We're socked in with gray conditions across much of the state, and I think that's what we'll see through a good chunk of the day today. I think maybe by late this afternoon and this evening, we might start to see maybe a few breaks in that cloud cover and potentially a few peaks of sunshine before the sun goes down. You zoom out, look at a regional view. Again, we can see the scattered activity across portions of Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa, the Dakotas, Minnesota, even have some scattered snow showers across the mountains in western Wyoming into portions of Montana. Nationally, again, had that nor'easter travel up the eastern seaboard over the course of the last several days. Weather there has quieted down a little bit, but you can see that spin of our next low pressure system that we're going to keep an eye on. That's currently kind of moving onshore across portions of California. So again, areas of rain and even some snow in the higher elevations with that system. That system is eventually going to kind of get spit out into into the plains, and that's what's going to give us that cold front on Thursday, bring us that potential severe weather chance for kind of the southern plains into Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening as well. Don't think, again, here in Lincoln or Nebraska we see any severe weather, but again, some parts of the country could as that system kind of barrels its way across the country. So as far as the weather alerts, not a ton of them that we have to be too concerned about. Again, some fog advisories down across portions of southwest Kansas, and then some flood watches across portions of southwest Colorado, but really, again, not a whole lot for us to be too concerned about, at least in our neighborhood. So if we check out Skycast, again, through this morning, we'll continue to watch for areas of scattered light rain to continue to push through the state. I think as we head into the afternoon, I think we generally see drier conditions, but again, we're still going to see plenty of cloud cover. Again, could see some breaks in some of that cloud cover by late this afternoon into this evening. So maybe a few peaks of sunshine before the sun goes down, but again, still kind of a gray day for us into tonight. Again, looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies. Again, milder temperatures thanks to that blanket of cloud cover into the day on your Wednesday. We're still looking at kind of gradually cloudy skies to start the day. Maybe a spotty shower kind of here or there. Pretty small chance, I think, for the day tomorrow. Gradually, I think as we head through the day on your Wednesday, we'll start to clear out some of that cloud cover. Again, maybe some spotty showers through the morning into the afternoon. Again, we can see central and western Nebraska seeing more sunshine by 5 o'clock. Still hanging on to some cloud cover for eastern Nebraska by 5 o'clock. But again, I think by 10 o'clock Wednesday night, mostly dry across the state, partly cloudy skies. We will watch for the chance for some thunderstorms, maybe some severe thunderstorms in the far western sections of the state into your Wednesday evening as that next system begins to approach the area. It will push through the area as we head into the day on Thursday. Again, ahead of that, though, we'll see a breezy south wind. That's going to, again, boost those temperatures, so above average temperatures expected. And then, again, scattered rain, maybe a few isolated thunderstorms. Nothing severe right now expected, but a few thunderstorms possible along that cold front as we head Thursday afternoon and into your Thursday evening. So we'll keep an eye on that. That activity would kind of move across the state Thursday night and then into the early morning hours on Friday before, again, behind that front, we'll see cooler temperatures into the weekend. So 7-day precipitation, potentially you can kind of see that stripe of some heavier moisture across the sandhills into southwestern Nebraska. That's that moisture we're expecting along that front as we head through the day on Thursday night, potentially into the day early parts of Friday. But generally speaking, we're looking at fairly light moisture amounts over the course of the next week. Again, some spots, though, again, in western, southwestern Nebraska, could see upwards of an inch of rainfall over the course of the next week. A lot of that coming again Thursday evening, Thursday night, and a very early Friday. So no severe weather threat expected today. Again, won't rule out maybe a stray rumble of thunder. We will watch, again, western Nebraska into, again, eastern Wyoming and parts of the Black Hills Wednesday for an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm as that system begins to approach the area. And then on Thursday, there is, again, western Kansas, eastern Colorado, far southwestern Nebraska at least has an outside chance for a strong to severe thunderstorm. And then Friday, that severe weather threat kind of shifts to the south and east of the area. Again, portions of Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas under that threat for severe weather into the day on your Friday. So we zoom in, take a closer look, skycast, look for scattered light rain, cloudy skies, gray conditions through the morning hours into this afternoon. Clouds will continue to hang around, maybe some patchy mist, areas of drizzle, but generally dry. But again, going to stick with a lot of cloud cover. There may be a few breaks kind of here and there, but generally, again, going to see plenty of cloud cover through the day today. More cloud cover into the day tomorrow. Again, maybe some scattered light rain late morning into the early afternoon. Into Wednesday evening, we'll keep an eye on the chance for a stray strong thunderstorm or two in far western sections of the state, though most of the 10-11 coverage area should be dry. And then into the day on Thursday, again, going to be a warm and breezy day. Along that front, we could see scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms. We'll keep an eye on that. That front will finally work its way across the state as we head into Thursday night. Again, potentially bringing some scattered rain, maybe isolated thunderstorms with it as well. So high temperatures today ranging anywhere from the low 50s to the lower 70s. Warmest readings are going to be in far southern Nebraska. Again, Fall City, 75, Hebron, 74, McCook, Imperial, 70. But O'Neill, Ainsworth, Valentine, low to mid-50s for the day today. Here in Lincoln, we'll go right about where we should be. Mid-60s or so is pretty seasonal for mid-October for us. Low temperatures tonight stay mild thanks to the blanket of cloud cover, upper 40s to upper 50s. High temperatures, though, tomorrow, big difference. Again, even with the cloud cover that I think we'll see. Again, southerly winds bringing in warmer air, so we're going to look for upper 60s to upper 70s for high temperatures for the day tomorrow, even some low 80s possible. Into Thursday morning, again, it's upper 50s, low 60s, so a very mild start to the day. Thursday, again, ahead of that front, it's still going to be very warm, upper 70s, low 80s for the eastern half of the state. You can see in western Nebraska, it's upper 50s to upper 60s. Lows Friday morning, we start to see that cooler air begin to filter in, 30s and 40s for lows Friday morning in western Nebraska, but still upper 50s, low 60s in the eastern half of the state. And then Friday, kind of the transition day a little bit, again, mid-60s to mid-upper 70s for highs. And then, again, you can see the cooler air continuing to filter in into Saturday morning, upper 30s to upper 40s for lows. And then Saturday, we see that cooler air finally arrive and overspread the state with highs in the 50s, 60s to right around 70 degrees across the state. So you can see that 7-day forecast in Lincoln. Best chance for rain will likely come today. Again, scattered light rain expected, especially through the morning. Those rain chances will taper off as we head through the afternoon. They won't go away. Warmer tomorrow, but still I think plenty of cloud cover. Upper 70s, low 80s for Wednesday and Thursday, mid-70s on Friday, but then cooler, mid-upper 60s for Saturday, Sunday. Looks like Monday of next week, mid-70s, mostly sunny. So, again, there's some nice fall weather in here, but it is generally at or above average for us as we head over the course of the next week. And then that 10-day forecast, again, for select cities across the state. I accidentally have this set a day ahead, so this is actually starting for the day tomorrow. Again, you can see generally at or above average over the course of the next week. A little bit more seasonal fall-like weather then. Looks like it heads our way through much of the work week next week after Monday. Those rainfall chances past today, which again I don't have here on this graphic. Again, smaller chances for Lincoln tomorrow, better chances in central and western Nebraska. Thursday we'll continue to keep an eye on, especially in western and southwestern Nebraska. But outside of those days, then into Friday, not a whole lot of chances for rain over the course of the next week to 10 days. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. This takes us October 21st through the 27th from the Climate Prediction Center, continuing to favor above-average temperatures across much of the plains. So, again, we'll continue to look for some warmer than normal afternoon highs, warmer than normal morning lows. Again, we haven't seen our first breeze yet here in Lincoln. Our average first breeze is October 11th, so, again, it would have been late last week. And again, I still haven't seen it. And again, really no signs of it happening in the next week to 10 days. The precipitation outlook continues to favor wetter than normal conditions across the region for us as well, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that. But for today, fairly seasonal temperatures expected, especially here in Lincoln, a little bit cooler in the west, and we'll continue to watch for some scattered light rain, especially through the morning hours, but I think drying out just a little bit into this afternoon. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching as always. Again, always make sure you have a good way to get your weather information. Make sure you have that 1011 weather app downloaded on your phone. Make sure you have that 1011 app downloaded on your Roku, your Apple TV, your Fire TV, whatever sort of streaming device you may use at home if you do use one. And also make sure you are subscribed to that 1011 YouTube channel as well. Again, we're usually live on there several times throughout the day with not only weather, but news and sports as well. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching, and hope everyone has a nice Tuesday.